Elizabeth Debicki from Tenet doesn't want you to know these 15 things about her. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Celeby. Here are 15 things that Elizabeth Debicki doesn't want you to know. Elizabeth Debicki, born on the 24th of August 1990, is an Australian actress. After studying drama at the Victorian College of the Arts, she made her film debut with a brief role in the Australian comedy A Few Best Men. She won the AACTA Award for Best Actress in a supporting role for her role in The Great Gatsby. For starring in the Sydney Theatre Company's production of The Maids, she received a nomination for the Helpman Award for Best Female Actor in a supporting role in a play in 2014.
Just a reminder of how you can enter our new giveaway in which you can win a new iPhone 12 Pro or a new MacBook Pro. Just leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and watch the whole video till the end.
Number 1. She dreamed of a very different career as a child. Her parents' developing professions considered, Debicki found herself dreaming of being an archaeologist as a child so she could dig for things and wear khakis, but eventually immersed herself in the world of dance. Later I started doing formal classes, and as kids we were taken to see a lot of ballet. Debicki told The Age back in 2013. However, as the actor too explained, by age 16 she was too tall to be a ballerina. Debicki measures at approximately 119 centimeters. Her height prompting her to switch to contemporary dance before she made her first foray into acting by enrolling in the Victorian College of the Arts. I love dance and I still take classes. That's really important for my sanity. I think once a dancer, you always have to move, she added. I kind of mucked up the family tradition, she jokingly shared with news.com.au years later. I loved ballet, but when I got older, I moved more towards contemporary dance and then I transitioned into acting school. It felt seamless. Initially setting her eyes on theatre, Debicki eventually moved into TV and film, her first ever role in the 2011 Australian film A Few Best Men, giving her her first taste. My whole training had been around theatre, she explained to the publication. I really didn't know anything about working in TV or film. Number 2. Elizabeth also has a modelling career. She's no one-trick pony. As well as swiftly notching up stage and big screen credits, she's modelled in a photo shoot with Vogue magazine, been featured in highly respected Vanity Fair magazine, and has been named the new face of Jan Logan's jewellery range. She's a history buff, once considered becoming a lawyer, and is described as extremely intelligent by her colleagues and friends. One to watch? We dare say you won't have a choice. This girl will be everywhere. Number 3. Elizabeth Debicki's height. Elizabeth stands at 1.9 meters tall. Speaking to The Independent, she said, "I realized that I couldn't do anything about it. You just have to accept it, or it will be a burden for your whole life." In fact, she's previously mentioned how she uses her height to her advantage in certain roles, such as Victoria in Uncle. Number 4. Domestic violence activists were outraged. The Night Manager finale has been marred by controversy after domestic violence activists fiercely criticized a gratuitous torture scene involving half-dressed lead actress Elizabeth Debicki. Debicki's character Jed Marshall was seen having her head plunged underwater while wearing a flimsy satin slip with a plunging neckline. She was covered in cuts and bruises after being beaten up. Charity worker Charlotte McDonald told The Telegraph that she found the scene offensive and degrading, concluding that it amounted to little more than transparent titillation. Number 5. Christopher Nolan is intense on sets. That was the draw cards of all draw cards really, because I have grown up watching his films. I have found them to stand far apart from what other people make because of how he integrates concepts, because of how entertaining his films are. They are so thematic and the scope of filmmaking so huge. His worlds are nothing we have seen before. It's pretty extraordinary as an actor to have somebody hold a space as intense for you to work in as Chris does. He understands instinctively that actors need to trust him and need an environment that's going to support them when they are pushed into that moment where they have to create. You have to have something incredibly pressurized in order for a diamond to be created. Number 6. She is a victim. With Tenet, a recurrent criticism has been that her character is a damsel in distress and a victim. Now Elizabeth Debicki has responded to that criticism. Some people have said things to me about how she's captive or that there's a kind of victim situation. And I don't deny it, because what I loved in a way was that it was really drawn into her in the beginning, and we do find somebody who's become victim to the circumstances of her relationship with her husband. But what I also found intriguing, and what I found to be really there, written into the character, was someone who had sort of become victim or almost prisoned to her own thinking about herself. Number 7. She is the new Princess Diana. It has been announced that Elizabeth Debicki will play Diana, Princess of Wales, in the final 2 seasons of The Crown. The night manager actor will take over the role from Emma Corrin for series 5 and 6. She said, "Princess Diana's spirit, her words, and her actions live in the hearts of so many. It is my true privilege and honor to be joining this masterful series, which has had me absolutely hooked from episode 1. Earlier this week, it was announced that Jonathan Pryce will play the Duke of Edinburgh for the final 2 seasons of the big-budget Netflix drama, taking over from Tobias Menzies. Imelda Staunton has previously been named as the next queen, and Leslie Manville has been cast as Princess Margaret. They will replace Olivia Colman and Helena Bonham Carter, respectively, who will bow out after the upcoming 4th season. The 5th and 6th installments will bring the drama into the 21st century. Number 8. Hard to believe relationship. In a meeting, Debicki uncovered that she needed to date someone with whom she could have an insightful discussion with. With regards to her dating history, Elizabeth likes to keep her lips tight. She was once reputed to date an English on-screen actor, Tom Hiddleston. The team met up in an honor shoe, and their science was so delightful, which stood out as truly newsworthy. In any case, there was nothing between the couple. Number 9. Net worth. She made her $1.9 million fortune with The Great Gatsby, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., and The Night Manager. The actress is currently single, her star sign is Leo, and she's now 30 years of age. Number 10. She does not use social media. Elizabeth Debicki may be famous, but she doesn't live like a typical celebrity. The young actress, who hails from Melbourne, Australia, is staunchly protective of her privacy and has even said in the past that fame does not suit her. The 28-year-old has continued to insist that her privacy is paramount to her, now telling Vogue Australia, "I've always been a private person. I feel like the thing I want out in the world is my work. And I've always believed, and it's the way I approach my work, that me and my work are separate," she tells the fashion magazine. Elizabeth added, "I think that people with social media can blur it so beautifully, and I respect that, but it's not really how I am, and I just want the work to speak and people to receive it the way they will, without anything influencing it." In the past, the Peter Rabbit star has revealed that she does not use social media. Number 11. She has career anxiety. You know those days when you feel like, "I'm really together?" Actress Elizabeth Debicki asked on the phone late last month, and you're like, "I've got this, and I'm super energized, and I'm functioning on so many levels." And then you meet Mick Jagger and you're like, "What have I ever done with my life?" It's not an anecdote that the average person can relate to. However, Debicki isn't most people. The 6'3" ballerina turned actress recently worked with the Rolling Stones frontman on a film. Next, she'll appear in director Christopher Nolan's new top secret project. "It's a little bit strange, the life of an actor," Debicki said. "You put your head down and you work, and when you're not working, you're still submerged under this tide of insecurity. In the early part of your career, it's predominantly panic. I'd worry, where is the next thing coming from?" With a resume like Debicki's, it's surprising to hear that the 28-year-old actress still has career anxiety. "I think I'm getting better at taking my head out of that," she said. Number 12. She is a dancer turned actress. Elizabeth Debicki, 25, assumed she'd go into the family business, ballet. "But I was taller than my teachers when I was 12, and I remember the light bulb moment. This isn't going to work," she says. Turns out she was right, but the 6'2" Australian did become an actress. Her latest movies are Everest and Macbeth. Here we ask Debicki a few questions about her burgeoning career. "Dancing gives an innate physical awareness. It's physical training. Acting feels like the same medium, but just with words," she said. Number 13. Elizabeth Debicki, "I'm not interested in being comfortable." Elizabeth Debicki had us all enthralled in The Night Manager, including Lakar himself. Now she's back in a new spy thriller. And despite her 6'3" in height and A-list pals, she's still the down-to-earth girl from Melbourne. To have everybody on the planet in their homes not able to see their friends and collectively yearning for something, I think it's very interesting for our species, says the Australian actor Elizabeth Debicki. She has something of an otherworldly manner, part of what makes her so compelling on screen, and says she is in the garden where she has never spent so much time staring at lavender plants before, brain restructuring itself. Number 14. She was baptized by Leonardo DiCaprio. Elizabeth starred in Lerman's 2013 adaptation as Jordan Baker, the confidante of Carey Mulligan's Daisy Buchanan and sometime love interest for Tobey Maguire's Nick Carraway. For a young actress in her first major role, working alongside the likes of Mulligan and Leonardo DiCaprio must have been daunting, and Debicki has described the experience as baptism by fire. Speaking to The Guardian, she said, "For my first scene, there really were 400 extras and 7 cameras on cranes. I thought that was normal because I'd never done anything important." Number 15. She has a few big critical nods to go with them. Since her emergence into Hollywood, Debicki has already swept up a number of prestigious awards. The actor most notably received the trophy Chopin at the 2018 Cannes Film Festival, alongside Joe Alwyn, her award predecessors including Diane Kruger, Marion Cotillard, Lea Seydoux, and Shailene Woodley, her win marking the first time an Australian actor has received the honour. She's also won 2 AACTA awards for her roles in The Great Gatsby and The Kettering Incident, and has been nominated for a Critics' Choice Television Award and a British Independent Film Award in the past. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel.